Brad, it's 7:31 here. Do you want to, should we get the show on the road?
All right, let's get.
There's Jono, Jack. Oh man, this is great.
Howdy.
We didn't say it, but good evening, Rob. Thank you for joining us.
All right, welcome everybody to the first annual NAPYs from the National Association of Professional Race Directors. My name is Brad. I'll be your host tonight. Before we get started, we asked all of you to bring your beverage of choice. If you guys don't mind, I'd like to share those now with the group. You can just hold up whatever whatever you brought with you.
That was a good year, Brad.
Yeah, this was handmade, genuine bourbon, handmade in the hills of Kentucky. Good. All right, well, before we get started, we have a video that we actually downloaded off of WikiLeaks before this thing started. This has just surfaced on WikiLeaks this week. Somebody has acquired a copy of the latest NAPRD meeting.
Colonel Jacques Bouvard was killed by an unknown assassin. His services will be greatly missed. We will now proceed with the area financial reports.
The only ones that are outstanding are from Littleton and New Haven Grand Prix.
I've decided on the appropriate action.
So a reminder to make sure that you pay your dues. Otherwise, number one is coming for you. So let's hear from our own number one.
Yes, being number one has its privileges. So thank you all for being here. Pretty sure my term ends at the end of the year. So if we have any members or new members that are interested, that's the kind of power you yield.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in. Sign me up.
All right. Well, once again, thanks for joining, everybody. This sure beats Monday morning Zoom calls to discuss schedules, COVID mitigation, and the like. So let's have some fun tonight. I'm really pleased to see all of you joining us. I'm even more pleased to introduce our first honored guest, Dr. Bowie Sewell. I think most of you know him, but for those who don't, he's a professor emeritus at the University of Denver. He also served as Colorado Democratic State Chairman and as Chief of Staff for Senator Gary Hart, if you all remember the 80s. Most of us know him through our 2019 summit held at USA Cycling. He's such a wise man and a true inspiration for all that have had the honor to know him. We thought it would be very appropriate for Bowie to help us open this inaugural NAPRD Gala and NAPY Awards program with a few words to help us keep everything in perspective and then help us present our first award. Bowie?
Thank you, Rob. It has really been an honor to be associated with you guys. Neither the FBI nor the CIA has investigated me during the time that and I trust that my emeritus status will not be taken away. This is a good event that you're holding. I just want to make a couple of comments, and then as Rob suggested, it's really nice to be asked to present an award. I don't know why I was asked to do that, but it's fun. These thoughts, we're obviously living in extraordinarily unusual times. There's a great deal of talk, politically and otherwise, about when things will return to normal. I don't believe they will ever return to whatever normal means. Organizations that I work with that are going to come out of the next 2 or 3 years the best are those that see the radical shifts that are happening in education, in sports, in politics, in governance, in health, as opportunity for doing new things. one of the most difficult things to achieve, I feel, in the years I've worked both in education and politics, is to find that moment when you can legitimately make new things happen. You have honored me by asking me to make an award, and I am delighted to do so. This is the first ever NAPY award in the category of Best Zoom Backdrop. I want to honor and announce that, without further ado, the winner for the Best Zoom Backdrop for NAPY is Paul Abrams. Why is he looking stunned?
Well, you know, I spent a lot of time with my wine collection here, and that's an Italian villa back there. And I spent a lot of time making sure that it was appropriate for all you viewers out there. So I'm really excited. Is there a trophy? Do I get a trophy?
Yes, right here. Do you see me?
Oh, yeah. Now, Rob has the trophy. I don't
There
know
it
how
is.
you
Best
get it.
Zoom backdrop right there. Look at that.
Well, thank you. I'm very
Hold it up again,
my
Rob.
wife will be excited to hear it. Thank you,
Let's
guys.
all drink to Paul.
Best
All
Zoom
right,
backdrop.
Paul.
Congratulations, Paul.
Thank you,
Well
guys.
done.
Thank you.
Could hardly think of a greater honor.
Thanks, Bowie. That was wonderful.
Oh, thank you, guys. It's
Hey,
good.
and how about a round of applause for Bowie? Bowie, thanks for
All
joining
right.
us tonight. It's always a pleasure having the legendary Bowie Sewell with us. All right, let's move to our next award. This one is called the Zoom Lurker Award. This is awarded to the person who is most likely to be just lurking in the background of your Zoom call. And I think he's here tonight. We should, oh, yep, there he is. Chuck Hodge, Zoom Lurker.
He's always in your waiting room. I've never opened a Zoom call without Chuck beating me there.
It's called being on time, guys.
No, you're ahead of time. You're always early.
That's being on time is late.
So again, we can put me on screen here. We can show your wonderful award. It'll go right back on your backdrop there. Most likely to be seen lurking in a Zoom waiting room right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's going
Nice.
between the two national championship jerseys in our display case. In the office, we've already got a spot.
Any words, Chuck? Do you want to?
Like I tell, it's like I tell the staff: the race starts on time. We don't start late. And if you're on time, you're late. So now I appreciate it, guys, and I really enjoyed being on the meetings. And as I told Rob, unfortunately, I have to pop off in a few minutes because I have a family commitment. But I can't wait to see everybody next year.
Yeah,
that's what I'm looking forward to
God,
in real
so
life.
You're right.
Not on a
Yep.
video. So be good when we're all back at races together.
terrific.
Let's hope.
All right, next up, we have a special guest joining us on the Zoom call tonight. Actually, I'll say a couple special guests because Frankie's special too. But Frankie is going to be joined by the American cycling legend. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one, the only, Chloe Dygert.
Hey.
Hey, Chloe.
Hi, Chloe.
Hi. And
You look
sorry,
great.
my cat.
Oh,
She had to be in the video.
What's the name of your cat, Chloe?
She has a few. It started out as Aria, now it's Cuckoo, and she loves obviously
Chloe.
being on my shoulder.
Very good.
My cat only likes to be in my lap when I'm on the computer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be your game show host for tonight, and so we're going to have a couple trivia questions for you. But first of all, didn't you moved this year? Didn't you?
Yeah, I moved last November. I'm in Boise, Idaho now, and currently I'm in Indiana with my family recovering from my injury. But normally I'm based in Idaho.
And how's the transition? How's Boise going? Do you like it? Do you enjoy it?
Oh, I love it. It's been so much fun. Just the structure and discipline and the resources that I have there is just, it's amazing. So
Well,
I'm loving it.
I've been told that you're usually you go to bed pretty early, so thank you for delaying your your senior citizen nightly bedtime so that you could be with us for our NAPY awards. So
awesome.
So all right, for our game show, our first round, we're calling it, Are You a Fan of Chloe Dygert? So we're gonna quiz you about what you know about yourself. So we're gonna ask you questions about yourself, which obviously you should not be able to get wrong, right? So I hope not. So to start off, we're gonna start off. What's your favorite U.S. race?
Ooh. Wait, you guys know that? How am I supposed to know?
We don't know that. We made that up.
Huh.
So you can pick.
like them all. I can't choose.
There you
Good
go.
answer. Good answer. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
All right.
Loaded question for
It was a
the
loaded
audience.
question. You're right. Just checking on that. But so, what was your first race in the U.S.?
Cascade Classic. I did that, and that was my first race with Kristen. And that's when like our whole friendship coaching relationship started.
Nothing like jumping in the deep end, right?
Right. No, that's how I love it. Love doing it like that.
If you could spend 10 days anywhere, where would it be?
Alone in my apartment with my cats.
How many cats do you have?
No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Wait, she can't have a wrong answer.
Yeah. It's with your family.
Her cats are her family. We know. Yes. How many cats do you have?
A pal will come around here eventually, maybe.
All right. Your favorite thing to do off the bike?
Probably online shop.
You better get this right, because Rob's going to say that you're wrong again.
Yes.
Is it online shop?
Shopping is one of them. Yes.
Yep.
We'll accept it.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, you're a big fan of ice cream, right?
No, it makes me sick.
Oh, you're allergic to ice cream. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. So last question is, what's your favorite color?
Pink.
Ding, ding,
There
ding.
you go. Perfect. All right.
What I get?
So-
One for like 5?
Wait.
No. So now we know your favorite color is pink. So now moving on to the second round of the game. And this round is called Pink is Your Favorite Color, but are you a fan of Pink, the artist? The singer?
I'm a fan of her music.
All right.
and
Name
her talent.
one
That's
name
what it-
one song by Pink. Name one
So
song
What?
by Pink.
So What?
Perfect.
All right.
think that's an answer.
Perfect.
Yeah, great.
Do you know Pink's real name?
Nicole or something?
Yeah,
I
close
don't know.
enough.
Yeah. I don't know.
Close enough. Close enough. Alicia Beth Moore.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Close enough.
You should have known that. All right.
I have
Moving
heard
on.
it.
You're gonna. You should get this next one. Where was Pink born? And it's an East Coast race that you've done. I almost think you won. It's a criterium, but it's a long circuit criterium.
Look at Laura.
Held in September.
What's the name of the town?
And it's in Pennsylvania.
Oh, I don't think I've been to Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Bucks County.
then maybe you've never done it then. Yeah, Bucks County. Okay, I'll tell you. Doylestown is where she was born.
No, never would have guessed that.
You never did Doylestown?
No.
All right. Last question.
Hi, Laura.
Trick question a little bit. What role did Pink play on an episode of SpongeBob SpongePants?
Oh, I would have no idea.
SpongeBob SpongePants.
Yeah. She played.
I like Pink, but I'm not this much of a fan of Pink. Just because she has the name Pink,
You know
doesn't
what?
mean she's like, I know everything. I
We're
could tell you everything about Michael Jackson.
No, we're figuring out that you're not a fan of Pink. It's okay. Not a problem. Anyways, she
MJ
played
is my
herself on
man.
SpongeBob SpongePants or SpongeBob
All right.
SquarePants. She played herself.
But look, congratulations, Chloe, because you've got more than one right. You do get a nappy, and it's called Into Pink.
Yeah, perfect. Yay for
Into
me.
Pink. So congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, going back to Brad.
All right, let's get to our next award. This is for the best Zoom beard for a team. We saw a lot of good quarantine beards during the lockdown period, but there can only be one winner, and that, of course, had to go to Danny Van Hout with the
All right, Danny.
Under Mask.
Wow.
You can see it right there.
You can't see his beard.
There,
He,
right
he
below.
couldn't
I see
contain
my
it.
beard, though.
And Danny has since shaven.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All
Well,
right, Danny.
thanks a lot.
Danny,
Thanks,
how long?
Bob.
How long was it? How long did you go without shaving?
About 3 months, and then finally I just said this is enough. So,
And here you go.
wow.
Here's your nappy.
Thank you. Toast. Thanks,
You're
Rob,
welcome.
for putting this show together, and let's all see each other next year live, like we all want to.
Let's do that.
So our next award is another big category. This one is hotly contested every year, as we had a lot of entries for this one. But our next award is for the best national governing body CEO. Let's take a look. The nominees are Bruce Kaufman of the U.S. Lawnmower Racing Association, Mr. Know-It-All. From the U.S. Quidditch Association, Hank Doogie. This guy, Tom Sawyer from the American Darts Association. And of course, our very own Rob DiMartini from USA Cycling. And the winner is Rob DiMartini. Now, Rob was able to join us tonight. And I'm going to try and put him up on the screen. And I thought we had Nancy joining us as well, who's the real power behind USA Cycling. Rob.
Well, congratulations, Rob.
Real power. And Brad, you got a lot of clever stuff. Mr. Know-It-All, that was pretty good. You might have over that too quickly, but let's hurry up.
He made that up himself.
Hurry up and hand it out before there's a recount. Thank you. I would not leave power without a fight anyway.
You could take it to the Supreme Court.
Thank you all. Like Chuck and Nancy, we can't wait to, well, there won't be, we won't go back to normal. We'll find a new normal where we get together the way we used to and put on some great events. So thank you.
Great. And we're going to cut this award in half and make sure Nancy gets half of it as well, because if you've ever had to get anything done, you know how important Nancy is to everything that happens in the world of bike racing here in the United States. So.
Thank you.
It's the only chance I'll ever have any hardware displayed in Colorado Springs.
That's right.
Yeah, so we have your award right here. Here's your award.
All right, Nancy, we'll put that in a great spot. Rob, thank you, and thank you everybody else.
All right. All right, let's move on to the next section of our show tonight. This is another game show hosted by our very own Frankie and Drake. Take a look. Featuring your players, Danny Van Hout of the Wildlife Generation Pro Cycling Team, Ed Beeman with XC Spy Kyle, and Tom Schuler from the 7-Eleven Pro Cycling Team, featuring your host, Frankie Andreu. All right, Frankie, take it away. It's time for 7 Degrees of Thomas Craven.
All right, it's game on. We're going to do 7 Degrees from Thomas Craven, going back to in his early years with the team. So I'm going to have to give you some clues because this is hard. And
hey, Frankie, before you give the first one, just give us your example. Just like show.
You want me to just give you one of them?
Yeah.
All right. We'll start off with this. We'll start off with this first one. So this first one, for an example, was Travis McCabe was on the 2013 Smart Stop. So who was on that team with him? Frank Travieso was on Smart Stop that year, and Frank Travieso was part of the 2010 Jameis team. Who was on the Jameis team? Ivan Deming. Trent Klasna was on Navigators, and Trent Klasna joined the 96 LA Sheriffs, which then was with the 92 LA Sheriffs of Jeff Pierce, which led us back to Thomas Craven.
You're all over this. And you're all over this.
So,
I'm done. I'm out of here.
No, we're going to give you, it's for me, I'd say it's impossible to do. So I'm going to give you, we'll give you clues. So let's start with the next one. So are we going to start with one team on their own and then go from there?
Yeah. So Ed and Danny, you're on a team. Ed and Danny.
Yeah.
All right. Ed and Danny.
Up on Schuler.
So this
I
will be-
draft Frankie as my teammate. It's
Smart
like doing
move.
a team race solo. I'm not going to do this team race solo.
You have nobody to Madison in.
Oh, Chris Johnson.
All right, I'll take Creed. I'll take Creed then.
Okay.
All right. So, all right, round one. This will be going to Danny and Ed. So we're going to start off with Rob Britton on the Bissell team in 2010. Can you name a rider that was on Bissell?
Wow, silent.
I'll give you. Okay, I'll give clues for. I'll give clues for everyone. I'll give you a clue. Very fastest U.S. sprinter right now on the circuit.
You broke up, Frankie.
Fastest sprinter on the circuit, U.S. circuit right now.
Danny, you're still on the circuit.
Jesus Christ. Maybe, hey, Frankie, maybe we should do 1 degree of Thomas.
Let's just go. All right, I'll just move it quick. So we're going to go with
Haig. Okay.
Wow, that's good.
Steve Haig, which led to Craven on the LA Sheriffs, and both of those guys were on the team at the same time.
Congratulations, everyone gets to
Wait.
share.
Wow.
What's wrong, Tom?
Haig on the 2007. What was that?
No, Haig was on the 1995 LA Sheriffs when Craven was on the 95 LA Sheriffs.
Missed that link. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Right,
well,
so, hey, Brad,
I'm glad you're taking
I thought
notes.
you were going to dispute the
Yeah.
results there.
Fact
Jeez.
checking you.
Brad, let's take it out of this and play that intro one more time for us all. Come on, where's your sidekick there, Brad?
Too bad Craven wasn't here because he would have liked this. And
know.
plus,
Oh,
seeing,
man.
seeing that video would have been funny.
He's gonna have to watch the replay.
Here it is.
Thank God I can watch this all day long. Getting our money's worth out of this, Brad.
All right, let's go to our next award because that was a pitiful performance. Thomas Craven. Honestly, I can't watch any more of this. So, I'm only paid until 8:30, so let's move on with our most comfortable Zoom.
Pacific time, right?
Unfortunately, we're on East Coast time here. All right. Let's go to our next category. This is the best road tool find. Many of you have been riding a lot more, like Bowie, who's been back out on the bike, and more time spent on the road means more things found on the side of the road. I'm sure you've all found some interesting things on your rides, but I found one thing that I thought was really interesting. This was from our very own Tom Schuler, who carried home a car jack on a ride and rode it all the way home. I understand picking up a hex key. I understand if you find a wrench, but Tom, a car jack. What were you planning on doing with that?
You know, Rob Laybourne has put this category almost out of reach, but I saw this on the road and I just had to have it. I balanced it on the handlebars all the way home, and I immediately sent a picture to Rob just to confirm. And I'm thinking of a new career too. I've got a 3-car garage. I figure, you know, I got one extra bay. I'll do some work with that baby. I haven't tried it out yet, but I brought that home about a week ago. Yeah.
Wait, how long? You never told me. How far did you ride with it on your handlebars?
About a mile, I guess. 10 miles. Sorry, about 20 miles, I think.
There we go.
Well,
Hey, Tom, in California, we call that stealing. Stole it off of someone's front lawn. We call it stealing.
Yeah, we're in Wisconsin here, you know.
And so I want to just say he's not on the call here, but the most inspirational road find story that I've ever heard was from Thad Fisher. I think we all know Thad. Thad said he found a gas-powered trimmer, and he carried it home, balanced it like 40 miles home. It was insane. A gas-powered trimmer. So
all right, Thad.
Well, I got my youngest cat from a friend of mine who found him in the wilds on a road and carried him in his helmet for 12 miles.
Wow.
Wow.
And I ended up with him. The cat's name is
I'll tell you
Sprocket,
my
by the
best
way.
Sprocket, of course. My best road find was riding a borrowed bike at the Winston-Salem Criterium. I guess I was doing the Fondo. I'm like 6'3". I'm riding a 56 centimeter frame, which is a little too small for me. So the seat post is jacked all the way up. And of course, since I borrowed it from a bike racer, it hasn't been maintained. The seat post is slipping the entire ride. And just as I realized the seat post is slipping, I also realized I didn't have a toolkit with me. So we stopped at a red light and I looked down, and in the crack of the road is a 7mm hex key, exactly what I needed to tighten my seat post on this borrowed bike. And I tightened it and I finished my 75-mile Fondo, and it was the best road find I'd ever had. Not as good as a car jack, but it's pretty good.
I want to move this a little bit away from road finds, Brad, because I think that you have one of the greatest bike stories of all times. And that was on your bike pack trip down here a few months ago, and you're fishing in the canal. And I want you to tell this group that story, because that is one of the finest stories of quick thinking on your feet that I've ever heard. So can you please share that with everybody?
Oh, so yeah, I rode my bike from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Washington, D.C. along the Gap and C&O Canal Trail. And I decided to do a little bit of fishing along the way. So there's a canal that goes the entire way. Stopped, I'm fishing, and up comes two park rangers on horseback patrolling the thing. And they were checking fishing licenses, which I didn't have. I had one for my state in Pennsylvania, but I was now into West Virginia and Maryland where I didn't have a fishing license. So the park ranger said, "You got a fishing license?" And I said, and he said, "You can show it to me on your phone." And I said, "Sure." So I faked like I was looking through my email and I couldn't find it, and I had to log in. But little did he know at the time I was on the Maryland Department of Natural Resources website signing up for a fishing license. And in the roughly 2 minutes he spent talking to me and chatting about the weather, I had purchased and downloaded a fishing license, which I was able to show him immediately and get out of any problems. So,
he didn't notice it. Just
by the way, it takes just a little over 90 seconds to get a Maryland fishing license if you're interested.
There you go.
It wasn't weird pulling out the credit card in front of them to punch in your numbers.
I had it. Luckily, I had it saved in my phone. That I definitely thought about that was coming, but I had all my info saved in the phone, so that was good. Yeah.
I would just like to comment as an ethicist that fishing stories are always suspect, Brad.
Yeah. Well, I just finished reeling in a massive fish. It was the 30th fish of the day. It was a whale. And I just landed it, and so
please.
All right, any other good road find stories? Anyone haul anything else good home? All right, let's move on to our next category. The next category is an important one in these unprecedented times that we are facing. It is the most essential employee. Now, this category was formerly most likely to fist fight their governor, as we're still getting the rules and stuff worked out early on in the pandemic. And I don't think there's any question that this one has to go. He's not on the call, unfortunately, so I can't show his screen, but this is Bruce Dunn all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce wasn't able to be here tonight, but how about a round of applause?
No doubt. The Academy had this one right.
No doubt.
So Bruce, without a doubt, the most
here's to Bruce. Everyone, toast to Bruce.
Toast Bruce. To Bruce.
Cheers, Bruce. All right, up next,
love it.
I know you guys, very few people on this call pay full attention during the NAPRD calls. I think you pretty much all have something else going on, whether you're checking emails or checking your phone or just petting your cat, or you're out in the farm. So our next award is for the best fall harvest. And
I know this one.
Oh, yeah.
Does anyone want to take a guess at our winner?
Yes, I do.
Harvest? Go ahead, Jack.
Laura.
Yeah.
By the way, is also receiving.
Do that again. Do the Queen's wave again. Ah, that's wonderful.
Oh, we didn't get the graphic up in time, but Laura's also best dressed, no question about it. You guys, everyone else, you guys look like scrubs compared to Laura.
Funny thing is,
hold on, let me put. There we go. Put Laura's nappy up.
Best fall harvest.
There we go.
I was gonna say, I totally did the Project Echelon virtual race call today while picking kale and cauliflower. On mute. On mute, but I'm like talking to the Mexican guys the whole time. And I was like, oh my gosh, what happens if it comes unmuted and they're hearing me yelling at the guys? But it didn't happen.
Well, how's the harvest going?
How's it go? It's crazy. It's like summer here. It's 70 still. But yeah, it's going well.
Good.
Our next award category is for the best quarantine beard by a promoter. We were talking about this earlier, and I think this was a pretty unanimous winner among our group. As oh no, I lost him on my screen. Let's congratulate. Here he is, your winner of the best promoter beard, Malcolm McCollum.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Malcolm, you had a good one going there for a while, but then you kind of cleaned it up. You had like sort of Jesus hair going for a little bit.
Yeah, I have an image to protect here, Brad. Come on.
Yeah, I understand. I know how it goes. You're actually not looking much different than you were a few months ago.
There.
It's not bad.
Yeah, well, it is an honor and a privilege to accept this award. I cannot think of anything else this year that will be able to even compete with that.
Yes.
There we go. Our next award is least likely to have their camera on. Now, we have a lot of people join the calls, but a lot of times they're not necessarily all the way on the call. Sometimes they just kind of phone it in. So actually, our winner, believe it or not, has the camera on here. Wow, this is a first. So let's congratulate Michael Creed.
Hey, Michael.
Has his camera on tonight.
Hey, Michael.
What I win?
You are least likely to be seen on a call. In fact, you are so unlikely to be seen on a call that we had to prepare this, which is the last known photo of Michael Creed that we typically use.
That's recent.
On
That's recent.
The I think I'm not sure if this was a mug shot or what this was from. But for those of you that have heard Michael's voice over the calls, this will allow you to kind of put a name with the voice. So that is
they all know.
only.
A face.
They all know. Everybody knows. That's how. I mean, just how I look with my shirt off.
Yeah.
And we were gonna give an award to John O'Coulter, but Mike Creed said no. So we all know Mike's the real boss of this team.
Number 2.
All right, let's move on to our next award. Oh, this is a good one. This is actually maybe my favorite category of the entire night. I've been really excited about this one because is Best Race Announcer. Yes, that's right. It's time to unveil your favorite announcer, the one that entertains your crowd, the one that makes your sponsors happy, the one that really makes your race happen every year. If it weren't for the announcers, there would be no bike race. So it's my honor to all right, fuck this category. All right, next up, let's move to a different category. That guy's a dick. Okay, our next award is for the best use of quarantine. That category didn't matter. Honestly, who cares about the announcers anyway?
Give it up, Brad.
So this is another really special category. A lot of people did some really interesting things in quarantine, whether they got on the bike, started a new project, maybe refurbished a bike. But there were a couple members of the NAPRD who made the best use out of anyone of the quarantine. And that is Gabe and Casey, who welcomed a new baby, Huxley, joining the Longtail Creative team. Gabe and Casey not able to be here tonight, but we did want to congratulate them on their incredibly efficient use of quarantine. So congratulations, Gabe and Casey, and your new baby.
All right, Brad.
All right, I've got 8:30 dinner reservations, so let's move on to our final category. This is
Eating out in a restaurant.
the most likely to make a motion to adjourn. Do I have any takers on who this might be?
I got it.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Eric.
It is.
Yeah, but Rob
the
asks
one
me
and
every
only.
time.
All right, and he's not even on the call. I think his video, he should have gotten the video that Mike Creed got. I don't think, Eric, you've ever been on a video call.
I've never had a picture on the call.
Flip phone doesn't have a camera.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, my plan was to spotlight that Eric didn't have a camera, but Zoom won't even let me spotlight Eric. So you guys are just going to have to trust that Eric's there and doesn't have a camera on. But Eric is always the one that seconds the motion to adjourn. So we thought this was the appropriate final award to give to the one and only Eric Reiser. I'm thoroughly inspired, and I'm laughing. Thank you all for coming to the first annual NAPRD Nappies. We'll see you next year. I'm going to leave the group up so we can chat.
Thank you, Brad.
That is the end of the
Thank you.
Ask Eric for a motion.
Do we have a motion to officially
There
end
you
the
go.
Nappies? I guess I have to ask.
I make a motion that we end this NAPY Awards.
The
Until next
Nappies
year.
are over. It's official.